Hey, collective. Good morning. Grand rising. Hello. All of that other good stuff. All the other ways. Hola, whatever. How y'all been? Y'all know I like me a cup of Joe, whether it's morning time or not. Today we're gonna dive into self care. Right now, self care. Someone needs to get out of the house. I know the air conditioning is nice. It's summertime. This is June 2025. I know the air conditioning is nice, but your body and your brain needs earth. So 44 seconds on the clock when I said that. So you may be an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, but your body needs something outside of your home. Your body needs the sixth element. Okay, a minute and 1 second. Someone's been seeing 444. That's way too many. Someone's been seeing 444, 555, 144. These things have been popping up like everywhere that you go. Okay, someone does delivery service, whether that's in a car or a truck or something like that. You do delivery service or pickup. Yeah, on the top of these stacks, I'm looking and it's too many falling out. Like, you're overwhelmed. 144 on the clock. You're overwhelmed. Okay, and spirit is leading you to a little tiny bit of solitude with spirit. Okay. A little tiny bit of solitude with spirit. All right, so you got hydrate. Might want to go swimming. Connect with your ancestors and dream journal. Someone needs to hydrate. Literally, we're going back in a loop. I remember about a year ago when I started doing my tarot for the public, there was a strong need for someone to hydrate before going to bed. I'm telling you now, Celtic salt is like magic. Okay, stop using those. Well, I can't tell you what to do. It's not advised that you use a bunch of those packets that you put into your water. I don't know who needs to hear this, but you put a lot of those packets into your water and it's dehydrating you, because what people don't really think about is those electrolyte packets and those electrolyte drinks and all that type of stuff. Some sports drinks, they have a high salt content. Okay, and it's not that it's bad, it's just the amount of salt that you're getting. Your body needs salt to absorb H2O, but there's also something called iodine poisoning. You intake too much salt and not enough H2O, pH balance in your blood gets wacky, and then things start to happen. All right, I'm not a medical professional. If you feel like you resonate with that, please seek medical attention, okay, from a licensed professional. Connect with your ancestors. This little tree in the middle of that, someone's ancestors are like possibly buried when they became unalive. They were possibly buried on the property that you live on. Okay, or they you guys have like a family burial ground. 404 on the clock, and you need to visit that. I know it may be scary at night, but you need to visit and drop some flowers. There's a pink flower here. It's some type of pink flower. It looks a little bit like a rose, sweet treat. But you need to visit and take their favorite flower, okay, as a reminder to yourself, as a token of love, okay. Day or night, at dawn or at dusk, okay. 4:40 when I looked up just then. Now this dream journal, this person looks like they're sleeping during the day. It says, are you sleeping? In the journal. I'm gonna tell you something weird about dream journals. Chanting. I'm gonna tell you something weird about dream journals. They are not just the records of your journal, but they record a progress. They record a progression in the things that Spirit is trying to tell you. Someone is communicating with Spirit through dreams. This is all about connecting, getting reconnected. Okay. I feel like you write about meeting a certain ancestor or something in your dreams. Okay, go back and read that. It may help you on your journey, or on the next step, or in the next phase of your spiritual growth. Now, the sweet treat and the chanting, I, I'm picking up strongly that someone puts dulces. You put candies, little candies, on your altar next to the person's picture that you are trying to connect with or reach. Got a call coming in. Sorry, but yeah, you put little candies next to the person you're trying to reach. That picture, okay. With chanting, there's more than one person here. With chanting, there's more than one person there. However, I don't feel that make a meal. I don't feel that these people are connected to you. This may be like a yoga studio or some type of exercise, like gym or something like that, that allows you to go in and meditate. Okay. Now, to make a meal, I see a lot of fresh fruits and vegetables here. I see a lot of water-bearing things. You got bell pepper, you got broccoli, tomatoes, carrots, looks like avocado, corn, you know. Changing up your diet will help with your circulation. Someone's having circulation issues, particularly in their arms and legs. Yeah, bottom of the deck, ground yourself. Yet again, chanting. Top of the deck, Spirit says, create art. This is about outletting, getting junk out and putting freshness in, like getting all of the toxicity or whatever, get it out. Someone needs to soak their feet. I'm hearing soak your feet. And then I'm being called to get my herbal deck. Some of you are herbal masters, okay? And I'm being called to get the herbal deck. Now, someone needs to literally either soak their feet or take a full-on spiritual bath. Like, so serious. So serious. It's like the energy feels really, really grungy, and bogged down. Yeah, look, ancient memory and acceptance splitting the deck. Y'all, what's crazy? I'm gonna start opening up personal readings too. So keep an eye out for that post. Keep an eye out for that, because I know a lot of you, you do resonate. You do resonate. You watch, you subscribed, and you want to know more. It's just, I don't have the time to do it until I'm in a private place or someone's getting judged heavily for even believing in tarot. Sometimes I feel like it's a split feeling. It could either be religious, you know, thinking of other people, or it could just be like social conditioning. Either way, you're being hindered, okay? There's a good bit of food up here. Like, someone's diet is not what it is. Yeah. We got Amanita. It's a conduit, okay? Yeah, like they're making some type of potion here. They're making some type of brew or soup or something, okay? They're using mushrooms. Someone eats venison. Like, that's your shit. Someone talks to fairies here. Yeah. You believe in fairies or you've seen fairies, okay? Your health, this is 42. Amanita, this is 42. So your health is quite important. It relates to your work, okay? Um, this card is ruled by Neptune. Let's see, we got Neptune energy here. We got Mercury. Yeah, Neptune is dealing with imagination, psychic sensitivity. Okay, confusion, fears, your spirituality. As I said, Mercury is dealing with the rational mind, your thinking processes. Someone travels. You're like a traveling prophet or traveling minister or something like that. Like you live, your life is ministry. Yeah. And then we also have Pluto. Yeah, your life is ministry. Finances, like shared resources. Your life is ministry. Now, let's get another, let's get 4 more for the collective. Self-care, cannabis, detachment. Yeah, I favor it. There's something about a spiritual journey. While you're chanting, you're gonna go on a spiritual journey of some sort. Yeah, I don't know if you can see it, but that man's like soul being is coming out of his physical being. Okay, this card is ruled by Saturn. Okay, and influenced again by Neptune. Saturn has to do with structure, limits, responsibility, and just as a reminder, that imagination and psychic security, your spirituality, your arts, the arts, they are ruled by Neptune. Now, with the cannabis card, you may partake, okay, and that enhances your subconscious thoughts, okay? It enhances your, I don't really want to say abilities, but yeah, pretty much your abilities. Now, just a reminder, the Amanita card, you may be a Virgo, okay? Cannabis card, you may be a Cancer, okay? Take it as it resonates. You guys let me know if you want longer or shorter of these readings. If you prefer to just book your own. I'll still do these for the general public until you guys become comfortable enough to book your own readings, personal readings. But you guys let me know what's going on. It's like 4 card spirit. I need clear and concise messages for the collective. Yeah, someone is definitely like you're doing a lot. You're doing a lot at once, and spirit is asking you to slow down. Slow down. Don't forget about taking time out to take care of your spiritual person, to stay connected with your ancestors, okay? To actually rest your body and record your dreams, because they are telling you your next steps in these processes and these phases, okay? Whew. Y'all, no matter how early I get up, it's never enough hours in the day. I feel the collective. I feel you. Like, it's never enough hours in the day. Thank you, Spirit. We got action. That's nettle. Now, this has a snake, a serpent on it here. This card has Mars and, of course, again, Neptune. Yeah. This may be something about the subconscious mind. Someone uses crystals. See, the snake is there with the crystals. That's the nettle plant. Nettle. Nettle. This may have something to do with your independence, or you're doing something that has never been done before in your family. I believe there's nothing new under the sun, but there's a first time for everything within a generational path. Okay, someone may be a generational curse breaker or generational mantle carrier. Like you're getting the 1440, you're getting the mantle to pass along to your next successor. Like you're the spiritual matriarch, patriarch, whatever. Like you're the person that people come to when They need spiritual advice, when they need prayer, when they need really anything spiritual going on, they come to you, because your knowledge is so rich. You get what I'm saying? It's very rich, and it's ancient knowledge. Yeah, look at there. Go to cola. Go to cola. That is about higher consciousness. All right? That's about higher consciousness. And this is ruled by the moon, your habits and feelings, your sensitivity and responsiveness to things, okay? Your patterns. Like, this is what Spirit is trying to get you into the routine of doing. Pouring out and then pouring in. This is what I'm feeling. This is what I'm receiving, okay? Pouring out and then pouring in. And then again, this is Mercury, your rational mind and thinking processes. It's almost as if Spirit is trying to relay that whoever is resonating with this, you get so tunnel vision in doing one task or the other. Spirit needs you to be versatile. Spirit needs you to be so versatile that it becomes a routine for you to pour your energy into people and then replenish your own energy. Spirit is trying to get you so independent in doing this that you know how to pull energy from the elements around you to replenish yourself versus relying on other people. Like, someone relies on people to pray for them as they pour out. Like, let's say I'm doing my messages, these messages here, and after I'm done, I'm physically depleted, and instead of taking the time to, take a break in between readings or something like that, I hop from this and I go to my job, and I leave from my job and I go to another job, and then I leave from that job and I come home and deal with I don't know, kids or a dog or whatever. It's a nonstop. It's nonstop. Once you're on go, you're on go. And Spirit is trying to get you to not be so ready to go. You got to learn to replenish yourself. There's a place, 1717. There's a point that Spirit is trying to get you to, so that you don't have to go to anything in this world. Spirit is trying to get you completely detached from this world, okay? There's a spiritual phase that you need to move into. However, when you focus on the 3D things, you're going to be stuck in 3D world. Spirit needs you to understand that, yes, I live in the 3D, and I care for the 3D, and I have assignments here in the 3D, but my consciousness has to reside on a different dimensional plane. Different dimensional plane. With this cannabis, you probably partaken not just of cannabis, but something else probably too. And I don't care about any of that. People say anything about everything, and the way that you connect with your ancestors or the higher being that you believe in has nothing to do with anybody else. Please take that as it resonates. Someone needs to hear that. 1818. But however you connect, you've had not just an out-of-body experience, but like an astral projection. Skull cap, stillness. Listen. Yeah, look at that. Look at this card, yo. The plant is like splitting out of the person's mind. Look at that card. And the sand in the time, in that sand glass, you are going to have so many journeys, where you feel these out-of-body experiences. This card is ruled by Pluto, okay? That's finances and your shared resources, death, rebirth, and afterlife. So this has something to do with an Akashic record. This has something to do with an Akashic record, period. This also is ruled by Saturn. Your responsibility and your authority, your spiritual authority and maturity is on the line here. This definitely has something to do with an Akashic record, and part of that record is in your dream journal. Part of that is in your dream journal. I'm telling you so. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, part of that is definitely in your dream journal. Spirit wants you to feel safe. Okay. Let's get like 2 mindful messages, and then I am going to let you guys enjoy the rest of your time. Okay. So, after you taking the time to just do something that's honestly slow, baking takes time. Making a meal takes time, more than like 30 minutes or so, like a real full meal. These things are slow. Connecting with your ancestors, slow. Hydration, believe it or not, is not an instantaneous thing. It's not. Okay. It takes a couple hours, so it's slow. Spirit is trying to get you to slow down just a tad. Yeah? Slow down just a tad. Thank you, Spirit. It says the better it gets. The better it gets when things happen that cause me to feel good. I know there are much more good feeling things coming my way. The better it gets, and I keep rising up. Yeah, this is throat, third eye chakra. You need to speak words of affirmation type stuff. Casting spells. What did I say? Somebody needs to use their herbal magic. You need to use your herbal magic. It's all about using your resources, and your mental state is so important in this reading. For it to be a self-care reading, your mental state is so important. But casting spell reads, the words I speak and the stories I tell are like spells. What I say and believe I attract more of. So I shift my story from lack to abundance, from victim to empowered, and from complaint to gratitude. Now when I speak to others through my words, I am casting beautiful spells. This is about 22 minutes on the clock. This is about changing a mindset, just as I said before. Getting you to be still. Intentions. Look at child. Intentions. Today is a fresh start. No matter how my day was yesterday, I can make of today whatever I want. My intention for today is, and write out your intention. You gotta understand how spirit is moving to get you to be self-sufficient spiritually. How are you going to reach your higher self and you're still relying on other people to tell you what that is? Yeah. You have the power. This is what spirit wants you to know. You have the power. You dictate everything. You dictate everything, yeah? Hold lightly. I take the things and people that come into my life lightly, not holding on too tight, so that when it comes time for them to go, they may go smoothly. This does not mean I love any less or not value, but I am open to the changes of life. If I am not able to detach, because I'm going to say this, anybody that's led to this channel, you're supposed to be a teacher. Okay, you're supposed to be a person that pours out. You were probably a giver. You're probably a person that listens. I don't want to say fix people, but you damn sure know how to find a person that's in distress. Okay, and that's something that you've been called to do. It's not a negative thing. Okay, you've been called to help people. However, owning someone, possessing someone is not your calling. Nobody is to be attached. And that's where I said earlier, that spirit had me to relay to you earlier, is detaching from this 3D place is going to push you so much further. Yeah. It's going to push you so much further. And I cannot get around what I feel. I can't get around it. Slow down. Take care of your mental state first. However you do that. Speak to your spirit guides. Someone has a deer spirit guide. Someone has elfin spirit guides. Okay. Someone has like reptile spirit guides. Someone's spirit guide is the wind. Your spirit guide manifested in the wind. Someone is definitely as an earth spirit guide, so meaning the dirt, the trees, all of that type of stuff, they speak to you. Birds. Y'all, I've been holding this coffee for like 2 minutes. However, I want you to know, if you're resonating, I will be posting the reading link to book a reading. It'll be in my description. You hit the link. The date that you choose, the date and time that you choose is the date and time. That's the deadline for me to get it to you. Okay. Everything's explained when you book. I pray that this journey gets smoother. Okay. But what I know is that it'll be some ups and downs, just like any other journey. You have to learn. And sometimes learning is trial and error. Okay. I love you guys. Stay in the energy of love, peace, and acceptance. Okay. If you resonated with this, speak with spirit, speak with your ancestors, whomever you commune with, and ask what the next step is. I've given you some instruction. I can't give them all to you because it's a very general reading. Like I said, if you want a personal reading, let's do that, and we can get more in depth on you specifically. But other than that, guys, I love you guys. Like I said, stay in the energy of peace and love because that's what you draw to yourself. Open your mind up, slow down, and just remember everything here on this plane is temporal. Okay? I love you guys, and I'll see you next time. Peace.